This is the most expensive car in the world. Yes, you heard that right. More precisely, the most expensive land vehicle ever. Its price reached $142 million, a truly insane number. Maybe you can't even imagine how much money that is. So let's make a simple comparison. With that amount, you could buy 300 Lamborghini Aventador Ultimate units. Imagine filling the streets with hundreds of identical supercars. Or you could treat the entire population of Germany, more than 80 million people, to a glass of beer each at Oktoberfest. Such an amount of money clearly belongs only to the ultra-wealthy. But the real question is, what makes this car worth such a staggering price? Why so expensive? The history and the man behind it. Items of great value are often judged not only by their function, but also by the history they carry. The world of automotive was shaped not only by the racers who claimed glory on the track, but also by visionary engineers. One of the most important figures was Rudolf Uhlenhaut, the head of passenger car development at Mercedes-Benz. He was the key man behind the legendary 300 SL and the Silver Arrows. Uniquely, he was not only a brilliant engineer, but also a skilled driver. Legend has it, when Formula One world champion Juan Manuel Fangio complained his car felt unbalanced at the Nürburgring, Uhlenhaut took the wheel. Wearing just a suit and tie, he clocked in a time 3 seconds faster than Fangio. The birth of the 300 SLR Coupé. Uhlenhaut's masterpiece came in 1955 when he created the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Coupé. This car was an evolution of the open-top 300 SLR, which dominated the World Sports Car Championship, including Stirling Moss's legendary victory at the Mille Miglia. But unlike the open version, Uhlenhaut added a closed body to improve aerodynamics and comfort for long-distance races like the Carrera Panamericana. Unfortunately, that event was cancelled after the tragic Le Mans disaster, and Mercedes-Benz withdrew from racing at the end of the 1955 season. As a result, only 2 prototypes were ever built, nicknamed the Red and the Blue after their interior colors. Both became living artifacts of a future that never came. And guess what? The one that sold for that jaw-dropping price was the Red, while the Blue remains carefully preserved in the Mercedes-Benz Museum. Record-breaking sale. This is the 1955 Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Uhlenhaut Coupé, sold on May 5, 2022 through RM Sotheby's auction. The figure didn't just break the record, it shattered it, surpassing the previous record holder by more than $90 million. Previously, the Ferrari 250 GTO held the record as the most expensive car, sold for $48.41 million in 2018. But that record was blown away when this 300 SLR Coupé changed hands. The difference? $93.59 million. Even more interesting, the entire proceeds went to the Mercedes-Benz Fund, a global scholarship program supporting young people who want to create a sustainable future. Now, let's take a closer look at the car itself. Technology ahead of its time. This car was largely built using magnesium alloy, a material considered very luxurious for its era. It was expensive, but it provided both lightweight construction and impressive strength. Today, however, the material has been replaced by carbon fiber, lighter, stronger, and far more cost-efficient. Technically, the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Coupé was a marvel. Weighing only 998 kilograms, it was powered by an inline 8-cylinder engine producing 302 PS, 222 kilowatts, paired with a 5-speed manual gearbox. Its top speed reached 300 kilometers per hour, an astonishing figure at a time when the fastest German sports cars barely touched 200 kilometers per hour. Its design was simple yet elegant, with a long bonnet housing its ferocious engine. At the front, there were round headlights typical of 1950s racing cars, along with small air intakes that added an aggressive touch. But the favorite detail for many is, of course, the gull-wing doors, opening upwards like the wings of a bird ready to take flight. Moving to the rear, the body was rounded with a surprisingly spacious trunk, large enough to fit 2 spare wheels, a fuel tank, a fuel pump, and even a brake fluid reservoir. The wire wheels were typical of classic cars, but uniquely, the brake discs weren't visible there. That's because the braking system was specially designed closer to the central chassis, helping keep weight distribution balanced. Even though this car never raced, it still became a legend. Rudolf Uhlenhaut, the engineer behind it, used it as his daily driver. He reportedly drove from Stuttgart to Munich, a 220-kilometer journey, in just about an hour, long before speed radars were introduced in Germany. The wildness was even clearer with 2 giant exhaust pipes protruding right beside the cabin. The sound was so deafening that Uhlenhaut was said to have suffered permanent hearing loss from it. This car clearly demanded a brave and skillful driver. It offered a rare combination of extreme speed and a certain sense of safety. But of course, safety here didn't mean real protection, because if you look inside the cabin, everything was purely mechanical and manual. No airbags, not even seatbelts. Just imagine driving at over 200 kilometers per hour without any safety equipment at all. Truly wild, isn't it? The Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Uhlenhaut Coupé is not just a car. It is a blend of revolutionary technology, racing heritage, and automotive art. Only 2 exist in the world, and one of them changed hands for a price that made it the most expensive vehicle in history. So, is $142 million too much for a car? Or is it actually cheap, if what you're buying is a priceless piece of history?